it's me with another update. I know it's been a few months since I have posted, but that's because a lot was happening when we first got here. Oh, thank you. The first video that I posted when we got to New York was basically letting you know we just arrived, and we had arrived that morning. And when I first filmed, we didn't have anything, and I did film an empty house tour, and then when I went to go upload it, all the footage was gone, and obviously we have furniture now, so it will unfortunately be just a regular tour. But yeah, so when I first got here, we got here September 2nd, and a lot started happening after that. My health actually took a decline. I wound up having to get surgery because I started experiencing a lot of pain in my kidneys, and I had back-to-back kidney stones, and I had to have a ureteral stent put in so that it would allow the kidney stones to flow through freely, so I wasn't in constant pain, but that actually hurt worse than the kidney stones itself. So do not recommend if you ever have to get that surgery done. But I will go ahead and do a little tour here. It's the holidays, so I do apologize. The house is clean, but you know, with kids, things are going to be misplaced and stuff like that. And I have laundry to do, or I did laundry, but I have folding to do, so I have to put stuff away. But I'll keep it brief. The babies actually aren't here right now. They're actually with their dad visiting for the holidays. So we have an empty house, and me and Chris just don't know what to do. So I will go ahead and start that tour and insert it in here. So I'm going to be showing the house tour now. So that, well, it's my kitty cat. So here's the front door, and yes, that is the peephole. So you first come in, you have the garage out this way. So you first start out, you have the broom closet, or where you put your coats and stuff. And here you have the guest bathroom. It's pretty standard. And it just has just the toilet and sink. Then you come around this way, that's just where we put our shoes. We need a foot thing. So you come in here, you have the kitchen area. Then we have the dining room area. There is no light up here, so keep that in mind. But this light switch actually runs with that wall outlet. So you have to get a light out here so that when you turn that on, that turns on. Why there's no light up there, I have no idea. And then you have like a little section over here. That is a back door that leads out to a back patio that's fenced in. I would show you guys, but it's all snowed out. So you come through this way and you have the living room. It's pretty spacious. Our Christmas tree. And then you have another closet right here that you can use for whatever. And then turn the light on. Then you go upstairs. My wife. So you go upstairs and you have your bedrooms. This is my daughter's room. She has the second biggest room. Not too shabby. We're still waiting on her bed frame to come in. You have a closet. Then you have this gigantic closet, which we're actually using for Christmas gifts right now, if I can find the light. So a ginormous walk-in closet. Then you have the master bedroom. Sorry, I got laundry to do, y'all. Okay. And then you have the master bath by Marilyn Monroe. And then you have the shower, toilet. And then you have a little section for towels and whatnot. Okay. Then you keep on going. And then you have the smallest bedroom. This is my son's room. He loves Sonic the Hedgehog. But he actually has a pretty decent closet too. So he likes it. Then lastly, we have the children's bathroom. So, and they all have the little mirrors. The guest bath, the master bath, and the kids bath all have the 3 mirrors that fold out like that. So yeah, and that is the house. So yes, that was the tour. So it's crazy how far, we've come since my very first video to now. I haven't really met anybody. I mean, I have a friend that I talk to who lives a couple houses down who's so sweet. But other than that, I don't really talk to anybody. My daughter is in Girl Scouts here. But I honestly don't even think any of them like me, which is awful to feel because I've never done Girl Scouts before. It was never a thing where we lived. So now that I'm trying to get my daughter involved, they kind of look down on me because, a lot of them are officer wives and I'm not. So it's like they kind of treat me a little differently, like I'm not supposed to be there. And when I'm asking questions like, hey, I've never done this before, am I supposed to do it like this or am I supposed to do it like this? The troop leader is always very cold with me and very rude at times. And that's just not how I am. I'm from the South. We're all about Southern hospitality and you don't know everything. And I don't know everything. I'm still learning as I go. And I ask a lot of questions because I like to know things or be prepared. And this means a lot to me and it means a lot to Liliana. So I'm trying to ask as many questions so that I'm aware, and instead they treat me like I'm stupid. I was always, brought up with there's no such thing as a stupid question, because if you don't ask a question, how are we supposed to know you don't know what you're doing? And unfortunately, that's not how they are. I ask a lot of stupid questions that I don't know. For example, when I ordered her uniform for Girl Scouts, I assumed it just was the uniform. It was everything we needed. Well, it's just the pieces and you have to iron on the patches or the emblems that goes with the uniform. I wasn't aware of that. And so I was like, hey, I don't have an iron. We just moved here. Does anybody have an iron? And nobody replied. And I'm just like, maybe I am stupid. I don't know. So it's a little hard to fit in here. A lot of people look down on you if you don't have a lot of money or if you're not a certain rank. And I know that's any duty station, but here I just feel like everyone's pretty nose in the sky, So I'm not used to that. And that's why the good friend that I have a couple houses down, she's not like that either. And I think it's because we're both from the South. I don't know. But she has the same personality that I do. And, it's refreshing. I did have a very, very, very dear friend of mine who we actually met in a group, in one of the military wife groups. And unfortunately, we don't really talk anymore. She was going through a lot, and that's her private personal business that if she ever wants to leak out, I'll leave that up to her. But she was going through a lot of stuff and kind of fell off a little bit in communication. But I know she watches my videos, and if you are watching this, just know that I understand, and this life is not easy at all. It's very hard. And just know that I don't feel anything ill against you, but I know that when you are ready to reach out, I know that you'll reach out. And I know that when you're ready to talk, I'm here. And that's all I'm going to say on that. I'm a very easy forgiving person. And I try to keep things 100% with people. And if this is going to be, my life on here, I want to keep things 100% with you all. So actually, moving on from that, we are actually looking into the process of 2 things. One, possibly me getting bariatric surgery. And if you're not familiar with what that is, it's basically when they go in and they cut half of your stomach, and it's either with the VSG, aka the gastric sleeve, or the RNY, which is basically the bypass. And it allows you to empty your pouch and keep it small so that you're full quicker and so that overeating is not a thing. The reason why I'm going with that is because I want to be as healthy as I can. We want more children, and that's another thing that we're actually going to start in the process. We have a donor picked out, and we are wanting to go ahead with trying for a baby. But unfortunately here, medical care isn't what I wish it was. So the medical doctor that I have, she told me basically that she doesn't recommend I get pregnant at the size that I am, even though I've been the same weight for 8 years. She told me that she would rather me get bariatric surgery and get skinny before I have a baby. So she wants to send me to a bariatric surgeon, which is all the way in Syracuse. One of the awful parts about living here at Fort Drum is there is literally no medical care here. If you need something, it's in Syracuse, and Syracuse is not right down the road. It's about an hour and a half, almost 2 hours away. So you have to go the distance to be seen. There's no medical care here. There's hardly any surgeons. So everything you need is pretty far away. So that's a bummer. The hospitals here are very bad. I don't like them. I don't trust them. They actually messed up on my ureteral stent surgery. So that is still causing me pain to this day, and I got that surgery beginning of October, so, and we're now in December, so I should not still be in pain, but I am. So that's a couple of the things that are kind of awful, I guess you could say. But in the snow, I do not like snow, and you know, you get like 5-6 inches at a time, so it's hard to adapt to. I haven't shown my wife because usually she is not here when I'm filming, but she's actually right here this time, so she's gonna introduce herself.
Hello.
She doesn't like filming. That's Kristen. So she's like, that's enough. But I'm learning to adapt. I mean, I definitely can't wait until the next duty station. Hopefully it's not in a cold climate. But it's not that bad. It could be worse. You know, she could have been stationed somewhere unaccompanied where I wouldn't even be able to go in anyway. So, but we are learning to adapt. With this house, the reason why it's so important for me to show a house tour is I've had several people in groups that I'm in for Fort Drum say, hey, I'm supposed to be getting the Adirondack Creek community. What is this floor plan? Our floor plan is actually very rare. Nobody talks about it, even on YouTube. And I think I've said this before in another video. Nobody talks about the floor plan of the house that we live in. It's always Monument Ridge or Crescent Woods, I believe it's called.
Crescent Hill.
It's Crescent something. And it's never Adirondack Creek. And then you look on YouTube and it's always like junior NCO housing or senior NCO housing. It's never junior enlisted. So that's why it was so important for me to show this floor plan so that you guys can see what it looks like. Obviously, some people will have the same floor plan, but inverted. Some people will have carpet, some people will have wooden floors. So if you are looking, if you're moving to Fort Drum, but if you're moving to Fort Drum and you're offered this, it's nice. I like it. It's very spacious. Is it worth the $12.45 BAH? No, in my opinion, no, because it's very old. It's very outdated. You know, you can tell when they've painted the wall 500 times and they painted over hair, nails, a fly. You know, it's not worth the price, but at the end of the day, me and my kids and my wife have a place to lay our heads. We have a place to sleep. In the midst of COVID-19, you know, we're not having to worry about, oh my gosh, are we going to be evicted? Oh my gosh, did we pay rent? We don't have to worry about that right now. So beggars can be choosers, you know, But if someone were to ask me, hey, is it worth the BAH, I would say no. However, I'm grateful for the house that we have because this is bigger than what I've ever had in my entire life. And it's suitable for 2 kiddos and 2 adults. In my opinion, it's almost 1,600 square feet. So it's very suitable. You know, you have the guest bath downstairs, you have the 3 bedrooms upstairs, and the master bathroom, and then the children's bathroom. So it's pretty spacious, in my opinion. There are little things that irk me, which you'll see, obviously, in the room tour part. But other than that, it's pretty self-explanatory. I will do another video. I want you guys to ask me in the comments any questions you may have, whether it be about housing, whether it be about Fort John, whether it be about this particular house, or questions in general about anything you saw in this video. Please put it down below and I will make another video answering your questions. I will be more active on this because I feel like this is actually going to help my depression. And with me feeling low and stuff like that, I think keep building my YouTube and having you guys to talk to, and maybe I can help other people because I know I'm not alone going through the things that I am. So I feel like it will help give back in a way. But if you have any questions, please leave it down below. I know it's been a while and I do apologize about that. My health took a serious decline and I'm finally getting back on my feet and I'm feeling good. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope you have a safe and happy holiday, and stay tuned for the next video. Bye guys!